Right. So these are some things that need to be said from the black tech entrepreneur point of view. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of other entrepreneurs that may have thought the same way, have just not put it on video. But there are some major hurdles that need to be addressed in why there's yet to be a black internet billionaire, or why there isn't, good contribution in tech from black entrepreneurs. It's not racism, it's not Silicon Valley, so let's kill that talk right there, right? The biggest part, the problem is twofold. I've said this in some other videos before. We have a consumer based problem that really seriously needs to be fixed. It doesn't matter if you got funding or not. It doesn't matter if you're a part of an incubator or not. If you don't fix the black consumer problem, that business is going to fail. Period. Right? So that is something that needs some immediate attention. Part of the reason why there's a major black consumer problem is we have a serious black media problem. Right? I've said this before. Most black media publications don't have tech sections on their websites, and that just makes no sense. Everyone from Essence to Ebony, This Is 50, Raw Star, Bossip, Global Grind, you name it, they don't have tech sections. Whether you want to say that's their market or not, I'm pretty sure you're not going to walk into any of these offices without seeing an employee on an iPad, without seeing an employee, playing a phone on their iPhone, or playing an app on their iPhone. So part of your social responsibility has to be presenting tech information to your consumer base, because it affects job creation and it could also earn you some pretty good advertising revenue. You're costing yourself hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars annually by completely avoiding tech. That makes no sense. I mean, even XXL magazine, they have an iPhone app, but they don't talk about technology on their website. This completely creates an unaware consumer base that won't participate in tech ventures, right? Another part of that, when you do add a tech section to your website, okay, you also have to consider how affordable your advertising is to entrepreneurs like myself, because right now it's not affordable at all. I can spend $50 at a time on Facebook, $50 at a time on Google, but when I want to go advertise to when I want to target the black audience and advertise, be it on Essence, Ebony, Black Enterprise, or whatever, I have to pay a minimum of $2,000. And when you look at the statistics behind your audience, you make 30% less. Most will use the internet at work. But when they get home, you have 47% of the black population that doesn't have internet connection. You have a huge percentage of the population that doesn't have bank cards. So $2,000 to market to that audience is no small business is going to spend that kind of money. Fortune 500 companies, they can afford to spend that to have that diversity image. They can afford to spend that. But when you look at, you consider even Toyota only spends 2% of their advertising revenue to the black market. That's pretty insulting, actually. So really, all they're doing is, let's just spend enough to make it look like we're cool with black people. And that's really all it is, right? So you're going to have to completely throw out that plan and innovate and modernize the entire infrastructure. There are billions to be made in modernizing the infrastructure for black folk to gain access to the middle class. And part of that modernization is going to have to be how you allow small businesses, striving entrepreneurs like myself, to be able to market to your audience. There should be one site. Right now, Black Enterprise is really the only avenue that black tech entrepreneurs have to get any kind of media attention. So and with Black Enterprise for a second, why don't you guys have a search engine? You have an event coming up soon. Black Enterprise hosts a lot of events and conventions. You're charging folks $695 to register. If you're a business and you want to have a table, then it's $1,500 and some change and so on. But After the convention is over, the event is over, if I want to go search for that business, me, someone who never attended that event, I should be able to go to Black Enterprise, search for hosting company, and see, you know, a list of hosting companies that are advertising on your website. So you're losing millions of dollars simply because you don't have a search engine, and that makes no sense. This is something that you should be packaging along with the $695. You also get a listing on our search engine. It makes no sense for Black Enterprise to not have a search engine where you can search for both Black businesses and professionals. If I'm looking for an accountant, I should be able to go to Black Enterprise Accountant Maryland, and the list pops up. You'll be able to generate a ton more revenue by simply making that small modernization, right? And in addition to that, just like you have Google feeding tons of websites with advertising and then giving those websites a portion of the advertising revenue, there should be one main website, you can say Black Enterprise, that feeds all the other Black media sites advertising. So now I can afford to advertise to the market, to our audience in a way that's the investment is returnable. A small business is not going to have $2,000 to blow. It's. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated because these all seem like just common sense solutions to me that for some reason these $1 million brands are just not paying attention to. So, in one major issue in dealing with the consumer problem as well is you can't have 1 million people in jail. Right? That is costing the Black economy billions and billions of dollars a year. I'm going to guess at least $30 billion a year. You can't have 1 million back, and we talk about 1 million people of working age who could be earning an income, contributing to your advertising revenue, buying ads in your business, visiting your website. I mean, a million additional hits on your website a day, possibly. So there's some serious rethinking, modernization that needs to happen to the Black infrastructure. And unless that happens, you're not going to get a Black internet billionaire anytime soon. You're not going to get the kind of job creation that's needed within the Black community anytime soon, simply because we have a media community that is not paying attention to its entrepreneurs. I understand that you are focused on the Fortune 500 money. They give you $5,000 a pop to advertise on your website, but you could be making millions of dollars more by allowing small businesses to gain access to your advertising platform as well. So that's what I have to say. Peace.